Hello, this is a tutorial on how to speed up your computer if it's slow, or to find out what is slowing down your computer. So, this is like my first tutorial, so give me some grace. Let's just get started. So, first thing you can do is go to disk cleanup. There it is for you. So you want to open disk cleanup up. That's weird. Alright. So, once you're in here, you'll see several things that are unnecessary on your hard drive or solid state drive or whatever you use, and it could possibly, it's just extra space on your device that's being just stored on your computer, so you can this can easily remove all of that. This is what you do. You just select, what I do personally is I select everything, but downloads, that's optional. It doesn't really matter. But everything else, like all this stuff you'll never use, other than the recycle bin and downloads. Those might be things that matter to you, but like things like temporary files, thumbnails are completely useless. Thumbnails, they're just pictures for like videos and stuff, and if you want to use that thumbnail again, once you open the file, the thumbnail will regenerate, so you know what it is. So if you delete it, it's not gone forever. Temporary files, they're just files that your computer stores up over time. As you can see, I don't have any real things on here that's taking up too much space, because I do this on like a monthly basis. But everything here shouldn't be a problem to delete. I don't even know what any of this stuff is really, but I know it's something that you're probably gonna never use. The only things that I'd like you to check or care about would be thumbnails. You might care about that. Recycle bin, downloads. I think that should be the only thing that you should check on before deleting. But once you have everything selected, you want to clean up system files. Might take a while. You should get something like this. If it takes too long, I'll just close it up so it doesn't take up too much time. So something else like this will pop up. Thumbnails, I'll select that. Temporary files, I don't have anything for that. Previous Windows installations, you might not want to get rid of that, because you might want to keep that, because if I were you, I would keep that until you've done further research on it. I'm not the greatest I'm not the most reliable resource, so I would prefer that you don't do that until doing a little bit more research. Downloads, all this stuff here, delivery optimization files, DirectX shader cache, system created Windows error reporting, temporary internet files, downloaded program files, Windows upgrade log files, Windows Defender antivirus, Windows update cleanup. I would probably get rid of, I don't know what this is. If you want to do more research on that, I'd suggest that you do that, but I don't know too much about that, but I'm getting rid of it because I don't use anti-defender virus. These update cleanup and upgrade log files should be good to go. System created Windows error reporting. I don't think that's nothing important. Again, if I'm not the most reliable source, so if you really care about something, don't take my word for whatever I'm saying. Previous Windows installations, as I said, do more research on that. Temporary files, I don't think temporary files will ever have anything of your personal files. Thumbnails, I don't really know. I'm not going to delete these files because it will take a while, but I am fairly certain that once you do that, there will be no other steps to this. Might take a while though. So I'm going to close that up. Another way you can look at things that are taking up storage on your system is in storage settings. As you can see, I only have 361 gigabytes used out of 537 gigabytes free, or 898. But there's this storage sense option. I don't really care about this that much, but it just gets rid of temporary files, which I just went over with you, which isn't a huge. It's most likely not going to have any of your personal files. So something you can do is click this local storage here, and the only thing I did here was I just typed in storage, and it should open storage settings right there. But anyways, once you open this up, you can see what's taking up all the space on your computer. And the awesome thing about this is you can just click on it, then you can click view videos, and then it'll show you where all of your videos are stored, or at least in this folder. So if you have videos stored somewhere like on a random folder that's out of the videos folder, it should not, I don't think it will show up. It'll tell you if you have 1.87 gigabytes of videos. Like for example, if there's videos, if there's 100 gigabytes of videos on here and that's the only videos you have on your system, this is gonna say you have 100 gigabytes of videos, but when you go here, there'll be 0 gigabytes in here. So that's not the most accurate, but the gigabyte thing right there is pretty accurate. This will give you like other like random applications, documents, pictures, can view pictures, can view games. Games right here you can just view right here. So what I would do is go through apps and games here. It can just, I don't think you can uninstall anything through here. Yeah, you can uninstall applications through here. And another way to uninstall applications is just type in uninstall, and then add or remove programs should pop up after typing uninstall. Click that. It's literally the same exact thing, but it should give you information on how big the game is. Sometimes it doesn't, but should. This is just a great way, like an overview of everything. Like let's say you have a game on Steam. It might not. Sometimes it will display how much space it takes up. Actually, no, it does not for Steam. But like for third-party applications, it doesn't usually tell you. But for like game like BeamNG Drive, let's say that's installed on Steam, I can just uninstall it through here, and it'll open up Steam, and then through Steam it automatically uninstall. So that's pretty simple and nice. So if you have any questions about the two things I've covered so far, just feel free to comment down below. I will supply a Discord link as well, so you can have a first-hand questions with me. Another thing that isn't really storage related, but it's more like your computer's overall performance and speed, is in the task manager. So you can search task manager down here, or you can do Control-Alt-Delete and click task manager. Sorry if it went blank. And you can just do that. As you can see, OBS is taking a lot of my CPU, but once you open up task manager, it'll look something like this, and you can't see that much. But what I do is I click more details, and then you should see something like this. Then once up here you can see services, details, users, startup, app history, performance, processes. All you need to do is click startup, and this might be a reason your computer is slow, while you're using it is because, or why it might take a long time to start up, because your computer has a lot of, well, sometimes there might be processes that start up with your computer and they're running in the background all the time, therefore making your component usage be spread out more, so it might slow your computer down, and through this you can see what's enabled at start and what's not. And you can see all this stuff is disabled except Plays TV, which is an awesome program. You should check it out. Well, anyways, this this will affect your PC performance after startup, and it will affect how long your computer takes to start up. If you're experiencing long startups and like slow times to open files such as Google, that probably means there's a lot of programs starting up, or your hard drive unit is an older type of hard drive, or it is a or it's a newer, or it just has a lot of programs on it that you can get rid of. Um, but another thing that's not really related to this video is if you see one component working really hard and all the other components never go never ever get to 100, that probably means that component is bottlenecking the system. So if you're curious about that, go to my Discord or ask for a video on it, because that's just a completely that's a whole new category. But let me just go on. Another thing is you can check for programs in the background as well. Apart from the startup, there might be programs like the background, like you can look. I have this set to percentages. If you're curious how, you just go to resource values, memory percents, disk percents, network percents. But you can just look for programs, and if they have a really heavy toll on a component, that probably means, and you don't know what it is, you should always check on that, because you don't want that could possibly be a virus or some other program you don't use and it's affecting your PC's performance. I think that is it. Actually, one more thing that you can do, which I'm not going to be showing in this video, obviously, is just a fresh install of Windows. That can always help your PC performance. It's a long process, but you can always store your programs onto a hard drive or personal files. It's actually a lot easier than you think. You can search up guides on it, and it's always a great alternative. And another thing you can do is just simply restart your computer. That always helps. And if you fresh installed Windows and restarted, well, if you fresh installed Windows, that probably means there's a component that is either old or not powerful enough, probably either a sign of bottlenecking, or your system is just not up to date, and if it's getting slower every year or so, that probably means either one, the hardware is dying, or two, Windows keeps updating, games keep updating, everything keeps updating, so your system is getting outdated for it, and it can harm your computer. That is actually all for today. If you want me to talk, if there's any questions you have or anything, please let me know in the comments. I will gladly help you out, and tell me any ways I can improve my videos. Well, this is my first video, but thank you for watching, and I hope you fixed your issue. And I'm very new, so give me grace. And well, thank you for watching. I'm really happy that I got to help you, and goodbye.